We are live. Am I even on? There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means, guys. Grab a cup of coffee so we can talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the reptile community as we have done for the past consecutive 124 weeks. Welcome to episode 124. I am Brian, the CEO's Pops, and we're gonna switch it up today. I pulled the audible play. We were going to do today's show on the body cam footage that was sent to me. I had a Floridian send me I guess they did a FOIL request and they got the body cam footage regarding FWC and what took place on that Holy Thursday massacre. If you're not familiar with what I'm speaking about, you can go back a couple of episodes and you can see some of the tragedy that took place. After I received the body cam footage and after I posted the thumbnail, another person put up the body cam footage with a much larger platform. So I decided to pull this audible play when there were a lot of other things going on in the reptile world that are associated with the Holy Thursday massacre. So we're going to be talking about USARK Florida today, some of the efforts that they're doing. Those of you that responded accordingly are on a spin to win. We will be doing a spin to win today for USARK Florida for a gold membership in support. But what we need to figure out is, does USARK Florida want our support if we aren't Floridian or residing in Florida? So that's the question, and that's what we need to figure out. But I have to shout out my brother who's been quiet lately, been grinding and making magic like he always does. Pure genetic jazz, JAS. Always great to see you, my brother. Always good to speak to you. Who else is up in here? Let's see. Every time he joins a chat, and more often than not, he joins this chat really, really late, whether it's this one or any of the other ones that he frequents. But Small Town Exotics actually was first this time. But even if he was 50th, he would have written first. So I'm going to try to do some shout outs without wrecking this like we did last night on the Snakes and the Fat Man's channel when we did our Bronx Down Under episode, which Luke led. And again, if you're not checking that out, it's not reptile related. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Check us out. We have a great show. We always have an awesome topic, and one of us usually does amazing research to lead the show. So if you missed it, go check it out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And I will tell you this, last week, our episode in the first night got more views than one, two, three, four other shows that aired at the same time or crossed over. So, oh, all four shows combined. So people are checking out the show. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you swing by. Just do not forget to bring your thick skin. Okay. Don't forget to bring your thick skin because good chances you'll get offended at some point in the show. I know I get offended every time. I don't even know how I keep coming back for more. I feel like Jason, guys, when Jason used to come back for the abuse, just keeps pulling me back in. But yeah, check it out every Tuesday, 8 p.m. That way I don't get some sleep. I'm sure Chris will be in the chat, and I'm sure that the Australian guy will too. So So shout outs to Shane being first. What is up, forward motion reptiles? Good morning, Sugar Skull. I see you, brother. What's up, Kevin? Don't forget, guys, Kevin will be going up against Paul from Large Marge Morphs at Tinley. They'll be scrapping. It's confirmed. Who do you have your money on? I'm going to have to go. I hate to say this, Kevin, but I'm going to have to put my money on Paul from Large Marge Morphs. He has a lot of vent up energy and anger he has to let out. So let's see what happens. See you, Serpents. What's up? You were close. You were close. It's not Byron, it's Brian, but you were close, and at least you threw in the Y. Tag Reptiles. Good morning, Tag Reptiles. Guys, this guy has found a way to stir more pots than even I do, which is interesting. But put it on the calendar, hit the notification bell once I set it up. But join us next week as Tag Reptiles, and he joins us on What's in Your Cup with a Cup of Coffee to talk about his recent experiences on the Morph Market. And I'm going to share my opinion as well. So make sure you join us. This guy really is kind of a rebel, renegade, and he put a tattoo of your podcaster's favorite podcaster's crown. Look at how awesome that is. That is inked in his flesh. If that is not an awesome gesture, I don't know what is. He also put Chris's top hat. And of course, he had to show some love to the kangaroo. So guys, if you're not following Ty Retros, go give him a quick follow. And shout outs to everybody that's out there supporting and enjoying a nice cup of fresh brewed caffeine as we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So back to the shout outs. Who's here? Who's here? I didn't hit you with the 1 minute intro because most of the comments were talking about how sexy I looked with my new haircut. So I didn't want to put those up. Maybe I'll put them up next week. I don't know. I'm not sure. First cup down. This is actually my first cup, and I've been up since 4 a.m. And speaking of coffee, last week we had a contest. Somebody was a little close. I'm gonna keep the contest running, guys. After the video, leave a comment if you want to win a free coffee of your choice from Cold Blooded Caffeine, who was our guest last week. Two really, really cool guys in McKendrick and Trey that are doing awesome things, not just with the coffee, but just with the reptile community and everything else that their whole mission encompasses. So go check it out if you missed it and leave a comment after this video. We're going to run the contest since no one got it. How many cups of coffee? And yes, cups will equate to 8 ounces. How many cups of coffee do I drink in a day? And what do I drink? Whoever gets it will get a free coffee from Cold Blooded Caffeine on me. All right, so let's see who else is up in her. Who else is up in here? Uptown Exotics, what is up? Nice to see you. Snakes and the Fat Man. I'm proud of you. You went to bed pretty late there yesterday, guy. Look at you up bright and early. We call it cushion coffee. Cushion coffee. Yeah, that's something else, right? Kush is that wacky tobacco, no? My man Charlie is in the house. Charlie, I had put together yesterday the collection of sheds that I have for you. It's a good 60 sheds, but I'm only going to send you the ones I need. And if there's any others you need, I'll get them to you. But guys, uh, Charlie's doing great stuff. Great Writer Reptiles is doing some really, really good stuff with the genetic testing. His turnaround is quick, his pricing is amazing, and he's just overall a great guy. So if you're one of these people trying to get your sheds tested, see if those hets are what you're hoping they are so you can advance your projects and move more quickly. Hit up Gray Rider Reptiles, doing good things. That's my guy over there. Eric's Morgs Factory speaking about Florida headstand. We got Arizona. Look at that. Time zones up in here. Hashtag Q. What is good, my brother? Bomb City in the house. Patricia Cooper. Patricia Cooper. She doesn't sleep. She wants the footage. So I am thinking about posting, and you guys let me know what you think. I'm thinking about posting the footage and just doing it. No commentary, just posting the body cam footage, and that way you have access to it. It is pretty lengthy, just so you know. What is up, Rising Phoenix Reptiles? We got another Boricua in the house, another Slayer out there killing it. Skills that pay the bills, iron mastering, metal man, tradesmen, exotics, VIP morphs, Crystal. Crystal was on a recent episode. Doing her thing on Snakes and the Fat Man. Uh, Go check it out. Superstar Ball Pythons, what is up? Lizard Morphs, I told you he'd be here with his amazing research. He did amazing research, guys. We're still going through it today. And for once, I mean, I really can't think of any other times I have agreed with this guy, but hit the like button, you creeps. Don't be a creep. Okay? Don't be a creep. Crush the likes and smash subscribe, motherfucker. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure of comments, but welcome everybody. I see you, JQ, Carachet, LKB, and all you others. Why is your cup so filthy? The Keurig spill stuff, and I think that it's the green screen, but it's not. It's not filthy. It's the green screen doing that to it. All right. Throw the shut the hell up. Shut your face, you filthy animal. Free coffee. Go and get it. Leave a comment for the free coffee. All right, guys. So there's some good stuff going on. There's some, unfortunately, it just seems that there's always drama, right? And unfortunately, drama is what draws the attention. I mean, gosh, we had two great guys on last week. And of course, nobody shows up. Doesn't matter. You don't show up, you don't show love and support. Oh, there they go right there. You got two great guys that showed up last week, and you guys are not stopping by to meet some of the good in the community. Go do it. Stop being punks, all right? Look at that. Great Rider Reptiles just crushed a cold-blooded caffeine cup, and Snakes and the Fat Man got his cold-blooded caffeine yesterday, and it's awesome. And his cup doesn't look filthy like mine. Again, guys, it's the green screen. It's not. Don't listen to that filthy animal. But you guys are drawn to the drama. Say what you like, but it's the truth. If I do an episode on one of the not so good for the reptile community podcasters, 1,000 views. I know it's gonna hit 1,000 views, no problem. I do a show about absolutely nothing with two other degenerates. 1,000 views. We talk about nothing, and all we do is bash you. But we have a good show like last week, and you guys don't turn out. Then you have the balls to complain about the drama and the audacity when you're addicted to it, like I am to caffeine. You're all a bunch of filthy animals. Filthy animals. All right, so you guys already know every week we talk about it. Every week it happens without fail. You are destined, destined for gloom and death in this reptile community. So, who is on the Milk Carton Chronicles this week? And on this week's Milk Carton Chronicles, we have Perez Pythons. Cool guy. I don't know what happened. Been very, very silent for some time. Has popped up on some of the more controversial episodes entailing other podcasters. But where, oh, where is Perez Pythons? Show him some love if you know what's going on. And on this week's Sticker Breeder Graveyard, Cold Blooded Addiction. Maybe there were too many K's in that name. I don't know. But Chris and Chrissy with C's, not K's, have packed it up. They packed up shop. Here's the problem. Like many others, they posted their list of animals that are for sale. And they're all at retail prices at the height of the genes that they're offering. And the reality is, most people aren't interested in the animals that they're selling, and definitely not at that price point. And this is where people don't realize if you're trying to get out, get what you can get. Okay. If you're cutting your losses, cut your losses, but be realistic in what you're asking for. There was one animal on their entire list that I would consider, and it was a male, hypopide. Okay. I have a female Enchi pastel hypopie that I'm growing. So I was like, all right, let's see. I looked, they were asking 3 times more than what it could be obtained for elsewhere. And they were asking more than I paid for the female. Guys, you gotta be realistic. Okay. Gotta be realistic. But again, I want to go back to some of the good because it's not all bad. I saw this and this melted my heart. Here we have Kenny Aponte from Puerto Rico, Royal Genetic Reptiles, and the non-confrontational balls and strikes pythons, and I'm being a little sarcastic there when I say that, and his lovely wife hanging out in Puerto Rico. Now, the thing that's cool here is that they met on this show and ended up hooking up at, I believe, Tinley, I want to say, in person. And they've continued that relationship. And it's just awesome to see that you get to meet some of these people you socialize with on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and you get to meet them in person, and it's just really, really a cool experience. So, huge, huge shout outs to Balls and Strike Pythons and to Royal Genetic Reptiles making the time and making it intentional to hook up in Puerto Rico. If you don't know Kenny, he is an awesome, awesome person. And of course, most of us know who Balls and Strikes Pythons is. Oh, look at this. There goes Balls and right there. There he goes right there. Who's the bloke on the left? Yes, that would be Balls and Strikes Pythons, and you know that. Snakes and the Fat Man says Troy. They don't make that shirt in bigger sizes. Well, maybe it was his wife's, and he was in Puerto Rico, so they do wear tight clothes out there. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And look, you're over here bashing him while his wife is sporting her Snakes in the Fat Man shirt too. Stop bashing these people, man. Tag Reptile says you'd be surprised how often when people get out and the high prices they try to charge. No low ballers. I know what I have. You know what you have, and you know what you've been holding on to forever that you can't get rid of. Cuddle Time Critter says drama equals entertainment. But at what cost? At what cost? But you're absolutely right, because that's why they say no news is good news. Okay. No news is good news. And I'll have to try cold blooded. We shall see how it stacks up against Cafe Bustelo. That's what I want to see. I want to see how it stacks up to the staple Cafe Bustelo, because that's usually what's in my cup. All right. So let's see here. Couple of alerts, guys. Again, if you're not following USARK, support, spread awareness, share. And this is USARK, not USARK Florida. Apparently, many people, and this is why I say do not ever take it for granted, but many people are not aware or were not aware that USARK and USARK Florida are two separate entities. So please continue to spread awareness. But there are two recent alerts. We have an alert in Denison, Iowa, and we also have an alert in Richmond, Virginia. I believe there's also an update alert for New York. Guys, go to USR, go get the details, and continue to support, spread awareness, and share however you can. So, I wanted to talk about USR Florida because of what's going on with the FWC, and Florida is just a mess when it comes to the reptile world. It's been a mess for quite some time. Understandably so. There's so many irresponsible reptile keepers in Florida that make it bad for everyone. It's definitely understandable, but it's probably why there's a USR Florida, right? All all set up just for that mess that they got going on out there. So if you did not see the Holy Thursday massacre, like I said, go tune back to a couple of episodes back and you'll see what happened in Florida, where they needlessly killed about 3 dozen animals in the presence of the owner and breeder who created the majority of the animals that they killed in his presence. So make sure you go check that out. So Kingdom Pythons, Dr. Joe is drinking local brew. Well, enjoy it, my brother. I'm sure you need it. BC Balls decided to join us. I was going to wear my BC Balls t-shirt today, but guess what he did? He sent me a you can't you can't see it, can you? He sent me a green shirt. Guys, never send anyone a green shirt that has a show. You can't see it with the green screen in the back. Okay. You can send green shirts though to Lizard Morphs because he still hasn't raised enough money to buy a green screen. So feel free to go do that. Brew Boy says smash that like button, and I have to agree. Pow. Go do it, guys. All right. So back to USR Florida. I sent out a message last week saying or asking people if they had a membership to USARK Florida, and these were some of the responses, and I definitely wanted to show them. I thought they were the same entity this entire time. I do not, and I'm good, brother. Thank you, though. That was interesting. Like, well, why wouldn't you want one? But shouldn't that shit go to a Florida breeder? Well, that question didn't make sense to me, but then I got wind of other stuff going on and drama attached to USARK Florida and board members. And I was like, wow. It made me think about this comment, whether or not the membership should go to a Florida breeder. Man, I would love to have that. My bronze just expired. I saw USARK and completely glossed over the Florida part. But no, I've only got the USARK membership. No thanks. With a smiley face, it shocked me. And I asked, well, what's the issue with USARK Florida? Pretty good response. Well, because that membership should go to someone who needs help purchasing one, I will just go purchase my own. There are some of us who truly need some help with the rising cost. Going to purchase my own membership right now. And he immediately went and purchased a membership. And just so you know, guys, you can have a free membership with USARK. There's power in numbers and there's benefits for showing you have a large membership. So if you can't afford a $30 bronze membership, they have a free membership. So please, there are no excuses. And again, I understand many of you are not aware that USARK Florida and USARK are separate entities, but now you know. And spread the word. Put up a story, put up a post. Did you know USARK and USARK Florida are two different things? Let the people know. Damn, man, that's awesome. I donated $130 to the Florida USARK, and it never crossed my mind to get a membership with it. Ooh, yeah, I just have USARK. Sounds like I was talking to Randy Savage there. Ooh, yeah, I just have USARK. I'll jump in for Florida. Absolutely. If I don't win, I will join anyways. Great spirit, great attitude. And then BC Balls chimes in. I'm a gold member already. Raffle two if you want. I'll cover the other one. So, guys, for those of you that responded and said you wanted to be on the wheel, we are going to raffle two gold USARK memberships. 43 people on the wheel. Your name is attached to a number. It was just in the order of the responses we received them. And again, we are going to raffle off two. Okay. Two. So let's see what we got going on here. FWC just doesn't mess with reptile people. They harass you while you're out fishing more than what the Coast Guard does. They mess with everything. Well, that's definitely sad to hear. And Brian says, if you have a stake in the reptile industry, the fight is in Florida. And guys, it's the domino effect. Please understand it is the domino effect. Okay. If you have reptiles, if you if you breed, okay, you must understand that even if you do not reside in Florida, you are affected because once a law is passed in one state, you start to see the domino effect. Marlon, a Floridian, I'm not very happy Floridian these days because it's true. Where are all the big breeders at making noise and doing something and protecting their interest? Many may think it doesn't affect them because they're not in Florida. I don't know. But Marlon says we get a lot more help from breeders outside of Florida than the ones that live in Florida. Sad. That is definitely a sad reality, but just all too common. Okay. Just all too common. Patricia, you're such a sweetheart. She says, this is so awesome. Thank you for doing this. Brian, and she spelled both of our names correctly, even though Brian's parents spelled his name wrong. But guys, here we go. This is going to be my sponsored gold membership for USARK Florida. Okay. I'm going to go first since I put it out there, and then we'll do Brian's afterwards. Okay. All right. So let's see. Good luck. And let's see who wins a gold membership to USARK Florida. Oh, I guess the greens aren't doing so well with the with the green screen. All right, let's see what that says. It is number 37. Let me remove that. Number 37. I will screenshot it too because it came out green looking, so it's probably difficult for you guys to see. But number 37 and number 37 is, and the winner is Third Eye Pythons. So I did. A lot of people told me they would not be able to make the show. They promised to circle back. So I did make a caveat that anyone who has been on a guest, who has been a guest on this show, I would give a pass. As long as they circle back and as long as they spread the word that they won and spread the word about USARK Florida. So congratulations to Third Eye Pythons, who has been on the show Pretty cool people. I actually met them in Pennsylvania at a show. So congratulations. We do have another one. We have another. Oh, look at that. They're actually here. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jeremy and Raven. Um, I will get your information and we will set it up ASAP. Okay. Set it up ASAP. There's a PD's Reptile says there's a big uh, FWC meeting in Miami coming up from what I heard yesterday. Well, I'm hoping to get some uh clarification on these things that are going on. So Jeremy knew it was his. He definitely knew. Okay. So that's why people are saying if you can be in Miami, the meeting is May 10th to 11th. And the main part of the meeting is on May 10th. So if you are in Miami, if you can be in Miami, if you have friends, if you have family, maybe they can be your proxy and go in and represent you. Okay, that would be really cool. Unfortunately, Tag says he's looking to leave Florida, and there are many other people that share that sentiment. Okay, it's a common sentiment, especially for reptile enthusiasts. And Tradesman Exotic says they are scared to say anything because then they become targets for FWC harassment. So for people that live in Florida, if they speak against the FWC, if they speak in opposition of this law enforcement agency sponsored and by the state, it's funded by the state. They become targets. They start popping up at your house. They start harassing you. They start misusing their power, and that is why many people opt to speak out anonymously. Okay, so it's really, really sad that people have to have that experience. Okay, it's really, really sad. You can put in a comment with FWC till May 5th for the meeting in Miami. Again, I do not know, guys, how that happens, uh, and if there will be any sort of retaliation. Tradesman Exotic says they pick and choose who they let speak. They're known to block certain big people from speaking at those meetings. They took my friend's spot away and someone gave him their spot. Then he was targeted. And this is another tactic and strategy that happens too often, where they don't allow certain people to speak. And this is why I still believe that organizations like USARK and USARK Florida are so important. And that's because they know how to tackle these issues. They know the legalities involved. They know the strategies that they're going to use in opposition. They expect opposition. They expect to leap over these obstacles. So that is what you definitely need to understand and continue to support them and hope for the best. H&M Exotic says that's what FWC wants. They want everyone to abandon ship. That just clears the way for Barreto to have complete control. And I want to talk a little bit more about this. But you know what, guys? Before we get into some of the ugly, um, why don't we spin another? This is sponsored by BC Balls. Let's see. I'm going to remove number 37. Okay. And let's see who is going to win a gold membership from BC Balls. And it is see-through. 38. The winner is number, let's see, 38. Well, I'll screenshot it. Take my word for it, but I have the screenshot. The winner is for the USARK Florida Gold, number 38. Who is number 38? Let's see who is number 38. And number 38 is No Limit Royals. And Jerome has been on many, many shows. So shout outs to Jerome, No Limit Royals, who did scare quite a lot of people when he posted a collection for sale. Okay, but I definitely get it. So we have a couple of interesting comments here, and this seems to be the case, and I need to investigate it more. But I have been hearing something about this. Tradesman Exotics is responding to hashtag Q. Barreto is a big land investor, which is why this is all happening. You gotta follow the money, guys. Always, always follow the money. Okay. Conflict of interest with board members. Yeah, you definitely, definitely have to follow the money. Okay, guys. It's a reality. Everything is not done for the goodness of one's heart. I have done research on all the commission members, and none are remotely qualified to make decisions on wildlife pets. They're all in the land finance business. Well, that is extremely, extremely concerning. Definitely concerning. What is up, M Tip? I see you, Big E. How are you doing, Courtney C and Leviathan? We have both the purple bugs in the building. Baller's Garage. Dave is in the house and looking forward to having an amazing season this year. So kudos to him. So guys, we're not done. One of the responses I got was definitely not what I expected, but nah, I'm good. A board member told me that all the out of state supporters are hurting their lawsuit. I got the comments, screenshots to back it up. We brought it to the attention of the president and the other board members, and we're waiting to see the outcome. So that was sad. That was definitely sad. But even sadder was someone with a huge platform, over 100,000 followers. Of course, the majority of them are bots and fake accounts. But this individual thought using the FWC's Holy Thursday massacre was a good opportunity to continue her personal fight with a couple of reptile keepers. Um, Collins Shoemark and Lizard Morphs. She bashes them, and she's done it many times, and she's used her platform many times to do it. I think we've mentioned her before. Very young-minded individual. Dakota Kirk out of Inspire Exotics. That's her username. And it was really sad to see that someone would use this situation for their own personal beef with others in the community. Okay, it's really sad to see that she would say there is a reason FWC was given this power to abuse, and blames it on reptile keepers that she has personal beefs with, and says that many more who do not take proper care of their animals and will not listen to science or reason because they don't agree with her. Now, the irony is the two reptile keepers that she bashes and names are based out of Australia. Not only are they not in Florida, they're not even in the United States. They're not even in North America. They're in a completely different continent and uses this. It's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Do not take tragedies and situations that should be bringing us together to further split us apart. You guys have to understand that to divide and conquer is a very, very intentional strategy. Okay. Please understand that. To divide and conquer, okay, is a definite strategy. Wow, that chick is lame. Yes, she is. And the photos that ended up in my DMs from her OnlyFans page were lame as well. I definitely wouldn't pay to see that, but it's just my personal preference. Uh, so, yes, Python Patrol, I do agree. And no, it's not. She is not Paw Patrol. Okay. Definitely not. Marlon says Brian Love is the name of the board member talking crap like always. So I did reach out, okay, and we're going to Courtney C says those Australians screwing things up for everyone. Yeah, definitely they're definitely screw ups. I'll agree with you on that. Um and Patricia Cooper says it's definitely Luke's fault. Yeah, again, yeah, he's a screw up. I get it, but I don't think it was his fault. I have to, I have to argue that. Sorry. Australia, Florida, the same thing. Of course they are. Of course. It's isn't Australia in Florida? So I got some more information, and again, it was sad to see that at a time where we should be united, at a time where we should be working together, I'm hearing about board members from USARK Florida that are discouraging others others from out of state to kind of like back down and saying that we are creating a problem. So I did reach out to USARK Florida. I sent a DM on Instagram. Hope all is well. I was wondering if it is true that USARK Florida doesn't want our out of state support. I have a show scheduled Wednesday where I'm giving away 2 gold memberships. Many of the people I reached out to with the DM above stated they would buy one if they didn't win, and a couple bought memberships immediately, asking that the chances go to someone who needs it more. Many of the people supporting or participating are out of state. I do not want to make things worse with what is a good intention. Hopefully someone can get a response to me before 7 a.m. EST Wednesday. Thanks. So the only response I got was this. So I clicked on it. The comment says Daniel Parker of USARK Florida shakes hands with Chairman Barreto of FWC. Didn't seem to get much traffic. There were 3 comments, and this one comment was alarming. Looks like a deal with the devil. What is going on, people? What is going on? We have to be better than this. We are better than this. Okay. BC Balls is saying that was a robo message. Every member got that. What is the message saying? What came out of that handshake? I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can look at that. And I can see where people say, well, looks like a deal with the devil. I can see where people are concerned by it. At the same time, I can see where people see that handshake and have hope, right? That there's progress and, at least there's conversations taking place. But what's going on? Is it true that there are board members discouraging others to kind of back off? Is that something that we should do? Normally, we always say we need to band together, we need to spread awareness, we need to bring others in. But then this is contrary to all of that. So I did see the conversations. I did see the board members' responses. Looks like he was in a chat and requested that they remove the anonymous participant from the group. It's likely FWC. FWC has argued that our support isn't from Floridians and therefore our lawsuit has no merit. Thank you for removing. Or they blocked me so I couldn't see the post any longer. Well, like what was mentioned before, the reason why people make comments anonymously is fear of retaliation. It is not crazy to think that you will end up with FWC knocking at your door because you said something. It is not crazy to think that FWC might kill the wrong animal. It happened. Go check out the Holy Thursday Massacre video from a couple weeks back. This is not hypothetical. There are examples of these things taking place. And I agree. You can definitely catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. I get it. You guys are gonna go back. Apple cider. I get it. I get it. So it continues, and as it continues, there's a back and forth. FWC has argued that uh, there goes the no merit comment. Post his group. Wow, I'd say it's pretty bad when you guys are blocking USARK Florida board members for trying to help you understand why you shouldn't post something and how it is detrimental to our industry and lawsuit. I am not mad at that. I want to be educated on what is the best route, what is the best strategy for us to help Florida. And sometimes that means backing off and doing nothing, right? I don't know if that's the best strategy, but I can hear you out. But to say to delete a comment, well, I guess we have to read further on because it was explained why the comment was allowed. Okay. Um this board member or this person that claims to be a board member, I have not confirmed whether or not this person is a board member. I have not received a response to my inquiry from USARK Florida. I am a gold member and we are giving away 2 memberships, and we will continue to spread awareness and ask for support until USARK Florida tells us otherwise. But we allow anonymous due to the fact that some folks in Florida fear repercussions from FWC. We have to preview all anonymous posts and approve them before the group sees them. No need in reporting this post, no need in deleting this post. So there's an explanation here. The post is approved. So if it's FWC, and there's something contrary to the intent of this group, they would see it and obviously not approve it or post it. So I don't understand again, why are we having conflict here? The proclaimed board member states, you clearly don't understand why I brought this up. I understand, and again, I think that it was a good point. But you have just been given an explanation that your concern is other people's concerns and that there is a measure in place that addresses your concern and prevents your concern from coming into fruition. Evidently, you don't understand why I made my statement. This group is private. We have to approve posts and people. We have to approve posts and people to join. Every time you report a post, Facebook gets a ding on their algorithm and it tags the group. My point is needlessly reporting is bad for the group. Again, where we should be united, we are having division. I'm not understanding. I'm a little bit confused. Why are we allowing personal opinions? Why are we allowing there to be separation? Divide and conquer. Do not allow ignorance. Do not allow there to be division right now. What happens in Florida, Stan says, what happens in Florida sets the standards for other states. If you don't believe it and you don't believe how bad things can get, go look at the Holy Thursday massacre. Because what took place there, many of us thought would never happen. So after the back and forth, the proclaimed board member states, "Forgive me if I couldn't care less about your Facebook group. I care more for the industry and the damage your group is doing. This is a private group. I'm not understanding the damage that this group is doing with their intentions of spreading awareness and gaining support. It still hasn't been clarified to me. Excuse me. Then leave the group. Start your own. Simple, really, right? If it's not for you guys, keep it moving. It is a private group. Wow. What damage is this group doing? And where is your evidence? Oh, that's right. You have none. If you are not happy being in this group, why are you, I guess, here? To understand before seeking, to be understood, great philosophers of success. You're right. I'll leave. I have my own group. It's called, and I didn't see what the name of the group was called. Nope, never heard of you. I have one, he says. It's called USARK Florida. Hopefully, you have heard of us by now. I donated 2 grand to their asses in the last 4 months, and this dude made me completely regret it. I can wholeheartedly understand why there's a sense of regret. I can wholeheartedly understand why there's animosity, and all I want to say is that USARK Florida is not made of one individual. USARK Florida is is composed of board members. It's composed of members. It's composed of many people. Do not allow one person to create this division. Let's see what USARK Florida says about the situation. Let's see what USARK Florida recommends that we do to assist USARK Florida. Again, USARK Florida and USARK are two separate entities. Please keep that in mind. These nonprofit organizations are not stealing your money. I've seen comments like that thrown around over the last few months, etc. What it takes to combat the powers that be, we we don't even make a drop in the bucket, guys. Okay. So please, please understand that your donations help, but they're not the end all be all. Please understand that they're not living lavishly off of our donations. There are a lot of costs involved in opposing proposed legislation. There are a lot of legal costs involved, and for the lawyers, love them, hate them. They paid a lot of money to become lawyers. They cost a lot of money. It's just the way the world works. Okay. So keep that in mind. Reach out to USARK Florida. Reach out to FWC. Reach out to USARK and let's get some recommendations on how they want us. Sometimes we do things with good intentions that don't fall align with a movement or a strategy that's already in place, right? We've seen it. We've seen people do their own uh, initiatives while there were things already going on. That's another form of division. Where people create petitions, but there's something else going on. I think, and this is my opinion, solely my opinion, that the best route to go at this time is to seek guidance from USARK Florida and USARK on how we can help them, how we can unite with them to help them fight this battle. We cannot allow anyone's personal agendas, anyone's personal beefs create division. Okay. Um, I don't understand at this time how out of state support hurts. I do understand why Floridians fear retaliation. There are examples of it. I do understand that. So how can there be a strategy created that USARK Florida wins, that the reptile community nationwide wins, that the reptile community internationally wins. What we go through doesn't stop here. We've already seen genetics banned in countries or at shows. We've already seen how this is not an isolated situation. Please put your energy into uh, a team effort in finding a solution. It's Wednesday, guys. It's Wednesday. Great, great day to check your goals, assess your goals, and crush your goals. Don't let there be division. There is enough bad and ugly in this community. Go out there and crush your days, guys. It's been great having you. I'll see you again next week. Don't forget to join us. Will Morph Market be in the sticker breeder graveyard? Well, let's talk about it next Wednesday. Take care, guys.